Here it is, one of the most misused phrases. God hates divorce. Yeah, God values marriage deeply, but way too often people use scripture to justify staying in toxic, harmful dynamics, and they ignore deeper biblical truth about what marriage is meant to reflect, which is love, respect, and mutual sacrifice. Here's the reality. Marriage is a covenant. It's not a cage. It's meant to reflect God's love for his people. It's a love rooted in patience, kindness, and selflessness. And if your marriage is filled with abuse, manipulation, or destruction, that's not what God intended your marriage to be. So staying in a toxic situation without addressing the sin at its root isn't honoring God. It's enabling a cycle that he never designed. So what does the Bible actually say? God hates divorce, yeah. But what he hates more is the kind of sin that makes divorce necessary. Malachi 2:16 says, God hates when a husband deals treacherously with his wife, breaking the covenant. See, toxicity, whether it's through betrayal, abuse, or neglect, is treachery. It breaks the heart of God long before a marriage ends on paper. So what's the blind spot for most people? Most people use scripture as a shield to avoid confronting the real issues in their marriage. God hates divorce becomes an excuse to stay stuck rather than doing the hard work of addressing the sin beneath it, the boundaries that need to be set, and pursuing transformation. Because the Bible isn't calling you to endure suffering without seeking change. It's calling you to fight for the kind of love and respect that marriage was designed to embody. So what can you do? Seek truth, not tradition. Don't cherry pick scripture to justify staying stuck. Look at the whole picture of what God says about love, what he says about accountability and healing, and address the root. Toxic dynamics don't resolve themselves. So you need to confront it, whether it's yours, your spouse's, or both, and with humility and courage. And pursue transformation, because God is a God of redemption. He cares more about the health of your heart and your relationship with him than about appearances and legalities. So here's what you need to hear. God doesn't call you to stay stuck in a dynamic that breaks your spirit and dishonors the covenant of your marriage. He calls you to truth, to healing, and to reflect his love in your life and marriage. And if you're in a toxic cycle and don't know where to turn, the Total Breakthrough Academy can help you. We've guided countless individuals through the hard work of breaking these patterns and finding freedom, not by ignoring the problem, but by confronting it with grace and strength. Reach out to us today and let's start doing the real work.